Hey guys, girls, everybody. I know I haven't been vlogging for a while. There's a lot been going on in my life. From getting single to the point in attending a lot of therapy. And last Friday I had a therapy session with my psychologist, and I had an episode, a Ptsd episode, where we went really deep. We were talking about triggers. We went really deep, and we found out about, my traumatic experience about being abandoned. And a couple of months ago, I already discussed about that and how realizing having abandonment issues like this attachment styles and everything and yada yada helped me realize so much about myself. But at the psychologist, we were discussing about triggers, and especially about a particular person, particular type of people triggering something in me. A lot of YouTube videos help me realize certain things. I think that everything that I watch purely intuitively when I'm really ready, when I'm focused, I'm going to watch it or rewatch even some stuff. And you go check, for example, I went abandonment issues, how I went researching about videos, how I managed to cure or heal my abandonment issues and stuff and that. And I watched so many videos about from psychologists, from people who were suffering abandonment issues, and I got so much out of it. But also about law of attraction and manifesting stuff in your life, I started realizing that if a healthy relationship means that your partner is there, or anybody in general, like even just a friend or your parents or somebody is there to remind you of a situation that is within you and that you maybe cannot control, you have to be grateful for it. For example, I was talking about the triggers with my psychologist, about how this friend of mine keeps triggering me into almost a PTSD episode until that, and I didn't know why. And this friend really reminded me of one of my first boyfriends who was, or who still is, a narcissist. And I always felt so oh, that's narcissism, da 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 da. A couple of years back, I also had a very, very good friend who had psychopathy and sociopathy. And in some weird way, I really got so connected with that person because it almost seemed like I had traits so close to this person that it was even frightening to me to realize, hey, maybe I also have some sociopathy or psychopathy, there's something wrong with me. And then you just start searching for that perfect title, what you have. Do I have ADHD? Do I have ADD? Do I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder? Do I have this and whatever. Today, I came across really nice videos about abandonment issues, and I yes, this person got it. This person nailed it so completely right, spot on. And then the next video appeared in my recommended feed about 13 traits about a narcissist. I don't know why, and I started watching. I'll tell you even from which channel. It was from Dr. Becky Spellman. And I started watching, and I was like, wow, this is for men, narcissists, but I can really find myself in this so badly. She was discussing about the nice guy narcissist, the 13 traits. So I went to watch a video about a female narcissist traits. And guess what? I found myself in almost all of them. I could say in 10 out of 13. And now I'm like, am I a narcissist? What is going on? The thing is, the boyfriend that I had was a narcissist. And this friend that I have, I know he has narcissistic traits. Even my ex-boyfriend, I know he has narcissistic traits. It's because it's within me. I have this, and as a magnet, I'm attracting it. I do have that. I do have the abandonment issue style, attachment, whatever. I do have that. I probably have, I don't know what, ADHD even. Because so many friends that I come across today, they have it. And it's like, I can connect with them on that level. We all have everything in some sort of way. It's just, did you activate it? Are you aware of it? Are you prepared to work on that? Are you prepared to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm a narcissist. I have abandonment issues. I have complex PTSD. I have ADHD. Are you prepared to work with that? And just keep in mind, those are just labels. We all have that. I bet so many people aren't even aware how autistic we also are. And they're like, oh, this is autistic, this is autism. It depends also on which spectrum. I'm talking mostly for the majority of people that don't have a illness, or I'll say a disability. Even I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone. And see, this is my people pleasing phase now. I could be like, oh, this is people pleasing, I'm being sorry, and maybe I can be like, oh, F it, I don't care if I'm gonna, offend anyone. That's being a narcissist then, like not caring for others. It's when the people have it on a higher spectrum, it's different. But we all have it. And why are there people that have it on a higher spectrum? Where are they born? They're there to reflect something. And us, for them, we are something they need to have as well. We are all mirrors for each other. And we need to look at this mirror and say, God damn it, you are fucking beautiful. All right? We have to do that. We simply have to. When there's something bothering you about maybe just a presence of a certain person, like for example, yesterday I was somewhere. I was at this party, and I was so annoyed by the presence of this particular person. And I felt so distressed. And then I asked myself, why do I feel like that? Will I be offensive if I don't talk to this person? Then I started like, oh, but this is in me. I need to control this. Exactly, that's in me. But they were projecting something that I need to work on. They were being a mirror. And instead of me being angry at them for making this situation in me, I instead decided to say, thank you for bringing this up to me. Because until this point, I wasn't even aware I have this. It's the shadows. It's the, I don't know what, like, psychologists call it. I am not a trained psychologist or anyone like that. I am just thinking out loud and realizing how much we are just like magnets. How much we attract what we think. How much we attract what we need to learn about ourselves. How to control. It's all about, like Sadhguru says, it's all about inner engineering. It's all about self-control, but because everything out of your control is out of your reach, it's out of your control. And some really lack empathy and are like, I don't care what happens, what's out of me, it doesn't care. Okay, but there's something that still triggers these kind of people. They're not totally out of like empathy, they don't lack it. Even like, I remember talking with this friend of mine who was, I consider him like my best friend, with sociopathy. I remember him being triggered by situations. So you can't say like the people that lack empathy, that aren't bothered by anything, they still have stuff to work on so much. It's just projecting all the freaking time. And now I just realize, I mean, I don't know, maybe I was just so blind, but I shouldn't be afraid to say I am a narcissist. I have abandonment issues because I was abandoned as a little girl. I was lost. I have trauma from that. I have PTSD from that. In certain days, I have ADHD, also by eating certain food. I realized that. But it's just an awareness, and I can bring it to a certain level of control. And it's all about controlling the within, molding that beauty, making that sculpture within. And instead of being angry at everything that's outside, triggering that within you, how about being grateful and saying, hey, I have shit to do. I have shit to do. Thank you for pointing that out. Is it bringing you to a really stressful situation? I bet it is, because you're in a mess. I am in a mess. And when something triggers me, it just means like I need to work on this. And if that means I'm going to have to hit something, or I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it. And I should be apologizing to the people if I hurt them. And at the same time, I shouldn't be. Because it's about my control over myself and what I do to learn how to process this. If I hurt somebody else, it's really bad of me to say, maybe they earned it, maybe they needed it, maybe they needed that experience. They projected it. They could have prevented it even. If I needed to hit somebody and experience how it is, oh no, now I just hurt somebody, how will I feel? Maybe it wouldn't make me feel anything. That's what I need. And maybe I would be relearning this all the time. That's why I freaking love K-Pax, the movie. It's so underrated. Did you watch it already? I hope you did. K-Pax. And see, like, people say, oh, if you keep rewatching some stuff, like, you really, like, find something. No, it's just something that you really kind of connect with, and you're like, hey, I always come back to, I don't know, Lord of the Rings in some cases, and in K-Pax, and I always return to YouTube. I'm so grateful to YouTube. YouTube has just been my go-to platform for the past decade, or 2 decades even. No, it hasn't been in my life for that long, but okay. Yeah, so if you are struggling with trying to label your state of being, your state of mind, so you can even have an excuse to say to this person, you know, I'm acting like this because I have PTSD. You know, I'm acting like this because I'm a narcissist. Okay, if it makes you feel a bit better, all right, do that. That's also very respectful and very responsible of you to let the people surrounding you know, but you're not the only one. We all have it. We're just you having these traits, being around the people, they all have it already. You being the magnet, you're being their projectile, you're being their mirror. They have it as well. Maybe they're not aware of it. And what they have is something that you need. Maybe it's going to be positive. It's going to bring up something beautiful. You're going to look at your, let's say, mirror, your projectile, and see something beautiful. And there are going to be others. They're going to project something that's not that beautiful. Seeing that as a whole picture is so freaking liberating. Wow. I can't even explain. So, I hope this video maybe opens somebody's eyes on how seeking to find the perfect label for yourself is just wrong. You need to start observing, and you're gonna see everything so much clearer. Observe who is around you. In what, how is that person making you feel? It's always about you. You are the center of everything. Oh, that's so narcissistic to say. Well, come on. Are you breathing for me? Are you breathing my air? Are you walking my shoes? Come on. You're not. Are you chewing my food? Are you brushing my... Okay, you could be brushing my hair, but they're terrible. See, now I'm being like, I need to get some validation. Come on, people, tell me my hair is beautiful. Come on. Tell me I don't have split ends, because I know I do. I haven't been at a hairdresser for 2.5 years now. I cut them myself sometime. Yeah. It's just that, okay? So instead of running away from situations, I don't feel relaxed with this person. I feel stressed. Again, if you don't find truth wherever you are, you're never going to find it anywhere else. It's always there. You're carrying it. And then there are going to be psychologists that are going to say, or psychiatrics, whatever it's called in English, I'm sorry. They're going to say, oh, you need to remove yourself from the situation. So in order, like an animal, a wounded animal, it's going to remove somewhere, going to go somewhere straight to an isolated space, and then, properly recover and come back. Yeah, I understand that when you have it until here. But if it's going to happen in the same way if you don't deal with it with the core. From the core, and the core is seeing that this is all just because of you projecting it. Law of attraction, manifestation, frequencies, vibrations, emotions being energy in motion. You need that. You're doing that. You're basically creating your own life all the freaking time, with all the relationships, with all the events, whether they're good or bad. And it's your choice how you will react towards them. And as Sadhguru says, why being a slave to the body? Why making this life experience slavery to, I don't know, desires and stuff, and just, I'm saying this a little bit wrong. If Sadhguru hears me out, I'm sorry. I swear I understand what he's speaking. That's my truth. I get it. Why don't we just make our human experience as pleasant as possible for ourselves? You're going to start to vibrate and work on that. And you don't need to explain to a person to your outbursts, because nobody has the right to judge you in the first place. Nobody chews the food for you or breathes the air for you. Nobody has the right to judge you, to evaluate you, because they did not really create you like our parents did. Our parents did. Okay, we need to be grateful for our parents giving us life, but they don't have any more rights to judge us how we breathe, how we live, how we think. No, they do not. They're not God. They're not that essence that we are within. All right, so I wanted to vlog about this because this doctor, I'm gonna holler at her again, Dr. Becky Spellman. Thank you so much. If you ever see this, I'm even gonna tag you. I'm sorry, I'm even gonna tag you because this has been such a great revelation for me. Seeing her video also seemed like she was like kind of even mad at narcissistic people, because pointing it out like, oh, so a narcissistic person will do this. What? And she's not the only one. To be honest, I've seen so many videos about like psychologists, I don't know, just really like intelligent people. Not saying I'm not intelligent, but it's like people just showing it out like they're like narcissistic are such bad people. I swear, I bet this person has those traits within herself as well, or in some ways, but doesn't even want to acknowledge them. Or maybe they had them, but they managed to control them. And now they don't have them as strong or as much in this way. I bet, because I can't say I'm a complete narcissist. I can't. I'm too empathic for that. But at the same time, I have moments where I can be like, cut off. I don't care. Just, and I bet everybody else has that too. On good or bad days, So, that's something what I wanted to talk about. And we should be a lot more kind, a lot more understanding towards everything what's happening, because it's all just us creating it. So, let's create a better world. Yeah, I'm starting right now. I started this process just by working on myself, realizing these things, but this made me realize such a bigger picture, a bigger and bigger and better, and yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video. What can I say? You can see my website, www.nathorial.si, where I also have some courses that I'm not even properly selling. I'm not selling myself well, because I don't know, I have clients already, and I know what I'm doing. And to those people who would like to have some sort of guidance from me, even if it's for a spiritual level or something, you can check my other videos or music. You're free to check my website. What are the prices? It differs from people. That's why you can book a 30-minute free online consultation, whatever it's called in English. My English is always going to be like this, so I will improve all on my own pace. We all understand each other, don't we? It's about getting the message, receiving the message, and it comes from here and then goes there and then here, Yeah. Until then, take good care. Thank you for being patient with me, and lots of love and kindness to everybody.